You're going to love this. Trust me.
Welcome back to the channel, Dragonball Junkies. My name is Josh. This is a brand new episode of Theme Deck Thursday. Today, we're testing out the Hirudegarn Reboot leader that we got fairly recently. We got some more Hirudegarn support, you know, kind of recently, not super recently, but I've been meaning to test it out, and I've never tried the Hirudegarn deck in the past. There's a lot of different routes you can go with it. So we built it mono blue pretty much with a little bit of green splashed in there. So let's check out the deck right now and then get into the gameplay. All right, boys, so I'm just going to give you a quick deck list real quick, but this is the Hirudegarn Reboot leader. When it attacks on the unawakened side, it's really cool. You can take a card from your life, and then you can search the top 5 cards of your deck for any card. So this means we can get super combos, we can get our secret rare, we can get anything. We don't have to show our opponents what we grab, but if we take one out of the 5, then we have to ditch a card from our hand. We're still plussing if we take the life though, so it's pretty good. And then we can awaken. We have kind of a unique awakening. We can awaken at 4 or less, or if we have 1 blue Minotia card and 1 blue Tapion in our drop area. If we awaken early, we have to take life down to 5 life, but we draw 1 and we untap 1 to awaken. Auto, when this attacks on the unawakened side, we draw a card. So make sure that you wait to awaken and you try to get the most out of this search ability. Maybe find your secret rare, your Hatch SCR, or any pieces that you need, but specifically you want to find your Hatch SCR if you can before you awaken, because once you awaken, you're just drawing like normal. Another cool thing, once per turn, when your blue battle cards activates an evolve skill, you get to draw an extra card. So we're going to be getting a lot of hand power off of this skill because we're going to be evolving a lot. Our evolutions are very cheap and very effective. So, and then activate battle once per turn. Place 2 cards from under one of your blue or green battle cards in their owner's drop area. Choose one of your cards that gets 5,000 power for the battle. So you just give a little plus, but that also comes in handy for other reasons, which I will get to shortly. But now let's get into the deck real quick. So we've got 7 Tapions and 7 Minosias. This is for our early awakening. We need a Tapion and a Minotia in our drop area, and we can awaken early. So we've got 7 of each. You can try to get these into your drop area so that you awaken. A cool thing about this Tapion is we can pitch him from our hand to draw a card, because we're not running the sealed music box. That's for another Hirudegarn build, but we're using this because we can pitch it from our hand, we can draw a card, and then at the end of our turn, we play this card, and it has blocker. It's a 15k with blocker. So we can pitch this from our hand to get it into our drop. If we have a Minotia in our drop, we can awaken, and then at the end of the turn, this will still play out. Pretty good. This is just a good Tapion. It's got spirit boosting, come out for pretty cheap. It's a big double striker. Then we've got Minotia. This is basically just a cantrip / searcher. If it sticks on the board, we can pay 1 energy to search top 7. For play up to 1 blue hero card, or to search out hero cards and play them. And then this Minotia is really cool. This Minotia, our deck has a lot of things that make us pitch cards from our hand. So this guy, when he gets pitched, he gets played onto the field, and he's a blocker, and he's also a hero. These are all our hero cards, these top 4 cards. And then our Demon Realm cards, basically our chain, the way it goes is we go from our 3-drop, which this is basically free. We can pitch this from our hand. We get to search the top 7 and add a Phantom Demon card. So this lets us find our pieces. We can pitch it from our hand for free. And then we can play it from our drop area on top of a blue hero card in our battle area. So one of those heroes that we just looked at, we play this on top of it. Or if we don't have a hero, but we have a Unison on board, we can Spirit Boost 1 to play this from our drop. And we have to choose 1 card in our hand to discard it. This is probably the worst skill on this card. This is like a last-ditch effort. You don't really want to be doing this because you're losing a lot of hand advantage. You got to pitch a card. You got a Spirit Boost. You're losing a marker on your Unison. So you're trying to avoid doing this. This is just something if you have to do it, you can. But another good thing is with our leader skill, this card is gonna end up under one of our bigger Hirudegarns. We can use our leader skill to get this back into our drop area, so we can keep going through the chain over and over and over again with the same cards, recycling the same cards. Keep going up the chain. We go from our 3-drop to our 5-drop. This is a dual attack. We play him for 1 EX Evolve onto our 3-drop, and when it's played, we get to return one of our opponent's battle cards to their hand. It has dual attack. You can swing with it once and then untap it, and then also you're going to draw off your leader when you do this EX Evolve, and you can swing with him twice if you want. That's going to leave him susceptible to damage and attacks and stuff. It'd probably be better just to attack once with him and then restand him, and then you can either go the most likely route that you're going to want to do, because we're running 4 of, is the 7-drop for 2 energy. But you have to have 3 energy to do this. So your turn 3, you can start doing this. You can go into this big guy. This card's really cool when it's played. We draw a card. Also, we'll draw, because it's an EX Evolve, off our leader if we haven't yet that turn. And then we place one of our opponent's battle cards at the bottom of their deck. And then at the end of the turn, this untaps, so we can safely swing with it for 30k. And at the end of the turn, it will untap, so it won't be vulnerable. And we get to untap one of our energy. So it's almost like a 1 energy 30k that we're getting. It's pretty good. And then also a great thing, if we have 4 more energy, so, you know, it's going to be turn 4, we're going to start doing this. But if we swing, well, before you swing, because it is activate main, I often forget if it's activate main or activate battle. It's activate main. So before you swing, you'll have to activate main. You have 4 energy. You send 2 hero cards from your drop area to your warp. This card gains triple strike for the turn. So that's another thing, our leader skill, which lets us pitch 2 from underneath an evolved Hirudegarn. Often what we're going to do is we're going to have a hero card. We're going to go into our 3-drop on top of the hero card. Then we go into our 5-drop. Then we go into our 7-drop. We can use our leader to take the hero and the 3-drop and put them into the drop area. So now we have heroes fueling the 7-drops triple strike skill. That gives them triple strike. And we have our 3-drops back in the drop, so we can keep going through our chain. And then finally, we've got the 2 9-drops. Most likely you're going to want to go in this guy. It costs 4 energy to EX Evolve him. You'll get your draw. When it's played, choose one of your opponent's battle cards and 1 card from their hand, place them on the bottom of their owner's deck in any order. That's pretty good. And also it has a skill. If you warp him, you can negate an attack. Or you could go into the other 9-drop, which is a dual color. Where is he? Right here. Or you can go into this guy. But this guy can activate main for 1 green. You get a 30k. He can go on top of a 4-cost, 6-cost, or 7-cost. We have to KO the one that we play it on top of. But he's basically a big blocker with revive. And when he activates his blocker skill, you choose 1 card in your opponent's hand to discard it. Less likely that we're going to go into this guy, but it is possible. You know, it's cheaper. It's cheaper energy. If we go through our 5-drop and we go through our 7-drop, we've been attacking a lot. You know, we may only have 1 energy up. We can go into this guy and get a blocker. And then also this one, I just threw 2 of these in here just for fun. It's really not that great, but the way we get into this guy is from our 5-drop. If your opponent has 4 more energy, we can pay 2 blue to go into the 6-drop Hirudegarn. So not real likely that we're going to do that, but he is a critical. It is an EX Evolve we can draw off of. Well, actually, no, it's not an EX Evolve because we're using this skill to do it. So you won't get the draw off your leader, but he is a big critical. And he can do some board removal. We can KO this card, choose 2 of your opponent's battle card and KO them. If we need that board removal, we need a critical attack, then we can go into this guy if necessary. Then we've got some staple blue cards. We've got Sensu Beam. We've got our super combo is Hoi. Hoi's great for this deck because it's kind of like a Paragus. It lets us pitch 1 and draw 2. And the good thing is if we pitch this guy with that skill or any of our other pitching skills, we get to play it. So a lot of value out of this super combo. Secret rare, of course, is Hatch. If you're playing blue, you're going to be playing Hatch likely. And then Dimension Magics, of course, for some defense. God Sealing because we're running Unisons. And then our Unisons, last but not least, we've got Hoi, Bringer of Calamity, and Tapion the Hero Revived. In testing, I never played the Tapion. I don't really know if he's that great, but the Hoi is pretty good for this deck. It's got ways to make you discard cards so we can get our Minotias to play out. We're drawing cards, and we have ways to get markers onto him. when you play a blue battle card from your drop area, add a marker to your card. We're playing a lot of blue stuff from our drop area with this deck. So that is it for the deck. Now let's get into some gameplay. Hope you enjoy it.
All right, guys, let's get into this gameplay. So the first game we got is Mario playing an old green U7 Goku leader. Sorry, I don't have his deck pulled up in front of me, so I won't know the names of all his cards off the top of my head. But my turn 1, I go ahead and charge a dual color, just in case I need a green energy. Usually we don't want to be charging too many dual color cards, but turn 1, it's alright. We could get more value out of charging something blue. We could have played that one drop blue Minotia, the hero sibling, but turn 2, we go ahead and get out Minotia Calamity Challenger from a discard from our leader, and then we pay 1 for the other Minotia hero sibling. Now I'm just figuring out how my 3-drop works, so I have to discard it from my hand first, then I get to search a top 7, then I can play it, and these are both activate mains, and then I can play it on top of the hero card on my field. And I use 1 more energy to discard that other Minotia, and at the end of my turn I can play it out, and I got to draw a card off of it. Now we're charging for our turn 3. Mario hasn't done much with his turn 2s. Often Mario likes to play decks where he doesn't attack much and he builds up for a crazy play at the end. So we're just going to try to push in for as much damage as quick as possible. We're getting into our 5-drop now, so 1 energy, we get into our 5-drop by evolving on our 3-drop. We've gotten down to 4 life, so we were able to awaken. We're drawing cards for evolving. Got 2 energy here. I'm going to put this 3-drop on top of that other hero card. And then we can go ahead and use 2 energy to evolve into our 7-drop. And that's fine because we can attack with him. And then at the end of the turn, we can untap our energy and untap him. We're going to swing with that 15k Minotia. And Mario's getting some cards out on the field, some U7 cards. So I think that leader takes the specified cost off of his U7s. So he's able to run a rainbow color deck and not have to worry so much about what his energy is. And we'll see a play that he kind of likes to do coming up here shortly with these rainbow decks. We're comboing here. We're getting a fat hand. It's coming back to my turn. I've got 12 cards to his 11. I've got more of a board presence. So just planning out my turn here. We're going to charge this 9-drop. And that's a cool little inclusion that he's got there. He's got that Vegeta that you can combo for, I believe it's 2 energy. You can combo it and then you get to play it onto a field. That's a new set 16 card. Nice little addition to that deck. Now we're going up our chain again into our 5-drop. Dual attack, so we'll swing with it once before we do any more evolving. Now I'm using my leader skill to pitch those 2 cards underneath it, give it an extra 5k, making it a 20k. Also fueling heroes into my drop and giving me another 3-drop to play from my drop. Swinging with Minotia. We're just swinging with everything. I'm down to 3 life. So I've got quite a bit of hand advantage. Now I'm super comboing a lot here. I'm comboing really high here. One of the reasons I did that was to get more heroes into the drop, and now I can swing with this. I got rid of the heroes from my drop, making that a triple striker. So I really wanted to push him down to 3 so I could threaten life with my 7-drop. But unfortunately he had a negate. Let me go ahead and bust out that Tapion. I'm okay tapping out here because I have Hatch in my hand. which is going to be common with this deck, because if you use your leader right, you can get 2 or 3 uses of your leader's search ability of the top 5, and oftentimes you're going to get your hatch off of that. So we're just swinging here. I'm going all out. I'm tapping out. I don't mind tapping out. I don't mind spending some cards. I want to push damage through, and now it's his turn. I'm waiting as long as possible to use this hatch, because if I don't have to use it, I'm not going to use it. And I didn't have to use it that turn. He wasn't able to kill me. So when it comes back to my turn, now I've got 5 energy. He's got 3 life. He's still got a decent sized hand, a little bit of board. He's got 3 energy up. He's also showing the new U7 Goku 4-drop, but he has to have sparking, and he has to have a certain number of U7s in his drop to use that. But he just played Strength of Legends, which is a unique card that he likes to play in his decks. It seems like I see that card a lot from him. When he does these rainbow decks, he often plays that. But we're getting a big field here, so we just sequence this turn so that we can get as many attacks as possible. We go into that 9-drop there. Even though we have to KO the better card, it still gives us an extra 30k attack for 1 energy. So it's pretty good. And I'm just going to keep pushing. I'm comboing here. I gave this guy triple strike, I believe. Maybe I didn't. No, I didn't give it triple strike. He took 1 from that. And there goes his victory strike into his drop area. Now we get another. Now here comes the hatch. So this turn he swings his hatch. I'm down to 3 cards in hand, but hatch pretty much shuts down his turn. Now he's at 2 life. I've got a bunch of attacks that I can now swing with, and we're just gonna start swinging away. Here's the leader swing. We've got another 5-drop. So essentially we can go up our chain again with this 3-drop from our drop area. We can put it on the hero, then we can go into our 5-drop. We get to draw a card. Now we're swinging. We got a dual attack here. We're pitching those cards to give him 5k. And go into our 7-drop again. Another big 7-drop attack. I'm checking if I have 2 heroes in my drop area, but I don't for the other one to make it triple strike. Not that it really matters too much because he's at 2 life. We've got the big Hatchiak that I've sensu beamed. He's a 45k here. He's going to negate that big single strike. He's down to 1 life. And now we just got a couple more swings. We're going to swing, make him combo off some. Get another 9-drop out, swing. That's a 35k attack. And he takes the damage and loses the game. Now the next game we're going against Bergamo and the Dogs, Trio de Dangers. I've been wanting to work on this deck for a long time, and I've just never put it together. One of these days we're going to have to try it for a Theme Deck Thursdays. But it's basically a lockout deck. If you do it right, your opponent won't be able to attack your leader or your unison cards. They're going to have to deal with your battlefield. There's a lot of effects that when the 3 dogs are out, different things happen, and it kind of locks your opponent down. But again, I've never built the deck, so turn 1 Mario's just playing out. Is it Universe 6? What universe is the... I can't remember what universe they are, but... Here we go. Here goes our 3-drop. Pitch it. We get the cert. We get our Minotia. Put our 3-drop on top of it. And then we can awaken because we have a Minotia and a Tapion in the drop. We take life down to 5. We can get our 5-drop out. And we're just swinging, doing damage. Play out another Minotia. Just get a draw card off that. Swinging with leader. No response. So this time I used my awakening very early in this game. It's my turn 2 and I awakened already. And I kind of realized that was a bit of a mistake. Or no, I'm sorry, not this game. This game it was fine because I already have my hatch in my hand. So, like, again, I have my Hatchiyak in my hand, so it's fine awakening early. But you might want to wait to awaken so you can get as many searches of top 5 as possible so you can grab your secret rare. Whatever secret rare you were playing, which the best choice is going to be Hatchiyak. We're starting to get a field going. We're getting our little blocker guy out. We've got our 5 drop out. We've got our Hoi Unison. So last game I did get the Tapion, the Hero Revived Unison out. I forgot when I was going through the deck list, I said I never got to play it. I actually did play it in the last game, but I think this Hoi is better. So my original build had 3 of the Tapions and 2 of the Hois. I switched the ratios to 3 Hois and 2 Tapions. The Hoi is 1 energy less, and I don't know, it draws, but you also have to discard. But if you discard the Minotia, you just get to play it, so you're not really losing any value. But we've got our 7 drop out. We're on defense now. He's playing out the Basil. That dual color yellow red that he just played in this deck is basically because I believe the Bergamo removes any specified costs from whatever universe that is. So those are basically 2 cost 25k vanillas, which is a pretty big swing for 2 energy. He's got his Basil out. Now he's got his Trio de Dangers out. That card's pretty good. I can't remember exactly what it does right now, but it's like a Unison killer. It's a double strike. It removes a marker from my Unison. So now we're swinging with our 7 drop. I gave it triple attack. He's already down to 2 life. I'm down to 4. So he had to stop that attack or else it was going to kill him. He's still got a good bit more cards in his hand than I do, though. We're tapping 4 energy here to go into our big 9 drop, 30k. We get to, I believe that bottom deck's a card from his hand and one of his battle cards. So we bottom decked that 1 battle card he had out, the Trio de Dangers card. And it does a little hand control too, which is nice. I always like to have a little bit of hand control in my decks so that the hands don't get out of control. Now it's back to his turn, swinging with his leader at my Unison. He really wants to take care of this Unison to make sure that I can't God Sealing him. I have no God Sealings in my hand, but he doesn't know that. But his hand is getting hurt. Now he's got his Basil out. That super rare Trio de Danger Bergamo, that guy. So that's one of the lockdown cards. If he has like a Basil and a Lavender on the field, I can't attack his leader or Unison as long as that guy's on the board. Or I can't attack with my battle cards, certain thing. I forget exactly what it does, but it's a lockdown deck. I can't attack certain things. So we're just gonna go up our chain a little bit here, and we're gonna make him get rid of the cards so that his lockout doesn't work. Now we're swinging with Hatch. We had to hatch. Maybe didn't have to hatch, but I figured why not get a big 40k body on the board. And here we go, swinging for game. So those Bergamos, he tried to combo at the end, but he forgot that they were 1 cost 10k, so he did not have the combo power. He was 5k short, so he lost that round. Now the last game is against Tindaho. I'm gonna spoil it for you guys right now. Tindaho's playing the old Frieza leader with the Frieza's Force, like huge hand, huge draw power with this deck. And I'm just gonna spoil it for you. We kind of get destroyed this game. When the game is over, I say GG, but we keep playing it out, and Tindaho's kind of trolls me a little bit and just lets me get like 2 extra turns that are completely unnecessary, because you'll see I just can't get anything going this game. But I don't mind putting up games where I lose, to kind of showcase other decks. And so this yellow Frieza, this old school, what is that, set 2? Old school Frieza deck is really cool. Huge draw power. He utilizes the 5 drop Frieza. Divine something, which is a really good card. And you'll see, I just can't get anything going against him. This is really sped up. Like, this was a long game, but it's over like 2 or 3 turns before we actually end it, because we keep playing it out, and Tindaho kind of like lets me get an extra turn, because I was streaming this and I jokingly said, you know, don't attack me, let me get one more turn. And so Tindaho's like, okay, here, and passes turn to me. And I still can't get anything going. I was given like 2 extra turns and I just couldn't get it going. So like, you can see it already, it just doesn't look good. His hand is fat. Board presence, got the secret rare out there, that's a huge critical attacker. Got the Poutine. Pretty soon he gets out the SS4 Goku Annihilator or whatever. And when you have Poutine and that Goku on board and you're kind of unstoppable. It's very tough to beat them once they get the Annihilator Goku and the Poutine on board against a yellow deck. And there's just nothing I can do. I can't get anything going. I'm trying to go up my chain. I will end up seeing my Hatch here, but it really doesn't help me much. I'm trying to push in for damage. I've only got 4 cards in my hand. Got a Unison out. No God Sealings. Can't really get my chain going. And see, there it is, the SS4 Goku Annihilator, whatever it is. That card and Poutine, like, every extra card I want to use, I have to pay an extra energy for it. It's just crazy. So pretty much in a moment, I'm going to say GG. We're going to keep playing, and we'll fade out to the outro. But just know, Tindaho does destroy me. And even though, see, look, he's got the Divine Transformation Freeze out there. He's got the Goku, he's got the Poutine, he's got the secret rare. And so right there, here in a second, I'm gonna say GG, but we're gonna keep playing. And past that point, it's just trolling, it's just having fun, because I was ready to end the stream. There's my Hatchiak. I had Hatchiak. I was able to stop the turn, get one more turn. And I do what I can this turn, which isn't much, and then pretty much say GG. And everything after that is just a joke, because I have no chance of winning this game, like no chance at all. And that's it.
All right, Dragon Ball Junkies, that's it for this Theme Deck Thursday episode, our Hirudegarn deck list and gameplay. Let me know what you think down in the comments, and please drop a thumbs up on the video if you liked it. Also, subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, and hit the bell so you'll know whenever I make new videos. But until next time, guys, you can catch me on Twitch TV/Dragon Ball Junkie and watch the video and playlist that I got going. And I will catch you later. I'm out. Peace.